All right, we should be on. Brother can check the screen real quick.
I'm gonna check real quick. It's live. Hold on. Do a sound check.
Yeah.
Are we good? We good.
Good.
Con.
All right. All right. Shalom, Akim. All right. First and
Shalom.
foremost, we
Shalom.
want to give our praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh Shai,
Basham, Yahweh Shai,
Bashim,
Basham,
Rakadash.
Rakwadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well. And peace, love, and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing his truth and truth sincerity. We're the brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, is edifying. And the hot topic right now is these cases of these so-called black men, Israelites being shot by the police. You have a case just yesterday in Indianapolis of a man named Sean, I think his name is Sean Reed. He was shot on Facebook Live. And on February 23rd, you had a man here in Georgia, in Brunswick, Georgia, by the name of Ahmad Arbery. And he was shot by two so-called white men who were biblically known as the Edomites. All right. And we're just going to address this situation through the spirit, because these are actually things that happen to God's chosen people, the Israelites. There's certain scriptures that you can go into that prove that we're the Israelites by these particular cases here on in Babylon the Great, which is America. So without further ado,
That's right.
if a brother can, any brothers have anything to say before we get started?
Live.
All right, come. Hey, could a brother get Psalms 17 and 13 right quick?
I got you, bro.
I got you right here. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
This is Psalms chapter 17 and verse 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword."
All right, and the wicked is Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, and you can read about that in Malachi, the first chapter, verses 1 through 4. But it says the sword, and we're just going to get into another account proving that Esau Edom is a control of the sword. Could a brother get Genesis 27? I believe it starts at verse 38.
I got
I
you.
got it.
Oh, go ahead, you down.
This is Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Mm-hmm. You continue on.
Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be as the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above.
So the
Verse
so-called
40.
white
And
man
by
has
thy
a
sword.
blessing. Oh, Salaki.
Go ahead,
The
bro.
so-called white man has a blessing of the fatness of the earth. No matter where you look in your local city, the so-called white man, they're living lavishly. They live in these $1 million homes, these plush homes. All right, they're in control of the earth. The scriptures say the earth has been given to the hand of the wicked.
That's
You
right.
continue on.
Okay. Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yeah, so Esau was blessed with the blessing of the sword, and you can see that happening nowadays. Here in America, they have all these hunting shops, gun stores. Esau prides himself on his amendment rights to conceal a weapon. So Esau, without a doubt, has the blessing of the sword. That's how we know he's the sword and he's the wicked. And we can go on to verse 41 to prove the point.
I got a quick. Go ahead, bro.
God, this is Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
So that's what's been happening since Jacob and Esau, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob, Esau's been wanting to slay his brother, and there's various other counts in the scriptures like Genesis 32, where Jacob was terrified of Esau because I believe according to Genesis 32, if I'm not mistaken, Jacob was trying to cross over Mount Seir, and he was asking Esau for permission, but Jacob was terrified, man. And then
Oh
the
yeah,
same thing is
yeah.
going on, today with our people. They're terrified of Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. But through the spirit, through the spirit, we're a spiritual people. We're chanting down this place uh, with the words of the Heavenly Father. But
That's
Esau's
right.
sword is but Esau's blessing was the sword, and he's going against his brother. And these police shootings are nothing new, you know. But y'all brothers got it.
Yeah, and this social media has really gave Jake a higher outlook of what's going on. We wasn't seeing police shootings like that. You back in the day, you would read about it in the news here and there,
Yeah.
but a lot of that stuff was going under the under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
But now, since we have access to the internet, we see all the things that go on throughout America, South America, Europe. Where Jake is located, and they're just getting trodden underfoot. I watched this video. Jake was running from the cops. They were shooting the shit out of him, man.
Light skinned Jake.
Yeah, light skinned Jake. He looked like he was trying to make light of the situation. He was on a high speed chase with a stolen vehicle, and he jumped out the car and he started running. And the cops, I guess they couldn't pursue him quick enough because you know how the cops is, man. But they tended to their blessing, which they say was I think I'm not mistaken. They say it was another black cop. It was another black man, to try to justify it. But at the end of the day, what even these black cops, where do they get that trigger happy spirit from? Esau, man.
Yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
the case that you were talking about, because the brother I not mentioned his name earlier, I forgot his name, but the black cop in the live video even said that he was making mockery of the Jake being laid there dead on the ground, and said, yeah, he gonna have a closed casket, and was laughing.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cold,
Yeah.
man.
I got a quick precept to back up the precept you just brought out, and about Esau and his sword. Uh, this is Revelations chapter 6 and verse 4. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red,
Mm-hmm.
and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and
Mm-hmm.
that they shall kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword."
Yeah, all nations had swords back in the ancient world, which are weapons to fight. But what makes this white man more diverse is the level of technology he has, man. He really revolutionized the sword. Back in the day, you would have like Scripture says in Isaiah, the 9th chapter, how every battle was of garments of confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yep.
But this shall be
Mhm.
with was it burning and fuel of fire.
Uh-huh.
Dealing with the atomic bomb, and you see examples of how this white man has used the sword. And the sword is not only just the gun. It's vaccinations can be a sword, because what it destroys you little by little. Pestilence, like they used influenza, smallpox,
Mm-hmm.
on the Native Americans to destroy them from the face of the land.
Mm-hmm.
So he has all kind of different.
Mm-hmm.
He has diversification with that sword.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Some more on that, bro.
That was the point, bro.
I got a quick one. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood." So that's why the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai has a controversy with this land. Because it's pure wickedness, man. The apple of the Lord's eye is being wrongfully done here, man. You know, by the leaders of the world. You know, and Jake, is starting to wake up and realize, like the deacon said through social media, because just speaking on that shooting, the guy, the guy who was shot by the two Edomites, that the shooting actually happened in February.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just now,
Mm-hmm.
getting this light because of social media. So imagine all of the, the shootings and the wrongful killings that we haven't seen, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's right. And
Hey,
it's
if
I
I
got
can
because
just
some.
add something real quick,
y'all go
uh,
ahead.
I'm looking at an update on the case. They say just tonight, Thursday night, the father and son was charged with murder or aggravated assault,
The
and
Edomites.
the two Edomites that murdered that Jake down in
Mm-hmm.
Brunswick. But hey, man, it's what uh almost 4 months later, and
Right.
it basically had to
Mm-hmm.
circulate around the whole nation. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe one reason they doing that because it's supposed to be they supposed to go down there tomorrow to basically do a march.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
Oh.
they were probably fearing that some type of riot or something was going to break out, so they went
oh
ahead
yeah.
and charged.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
if,
Hey.
if I can say too,
Go
Salaki,
ahead.
go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead, Rock. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just because they being brought up on charges, that don't mean they're gonna be convicted. We've seen
Mm-hmm.
it. We've seen it
Right.
countless amounts of time. Even with uh, who was the last Edomite that was on trial? The woman that walked in this man's
Amber
apartment,
was it Amber Geiger?
Yeah, Amber
Amber
Geiger.
Geiger. She was tried,
Mm.
but she wasn't convicted, and so on and so forth with previous cases, man.
Zimmerman.
So,
Yeah, George Zimmerman.
and the only reason they taking it to trial
Yep.
is, like the brother's saying, is because it's been broadcast, and they have to do something about it. They, they got to
Yep.
do that. They got to try it.
Hey, to land back off you, Rock. The reason why they didn't take it to trial is because they said the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me?
Okay. Yeah, the court's closed or shut down.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you die.
Oh, Slocky, but I was just saying with the courts being closed, shut down, that's pretty much martial law. Because you
Yeah.
gotta think about it, it's gonna come a time in which them courts they close and shut down, and they're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
reopen. So what
Mm-hmm.
happens? Like now is really we're in the form of martial law, and
Yep.
uh, and another reason too why those Edomites weren't prosecuted or charges weren't brought upon them earlier too, is because they had connections to the district attorney,
Yep.
the DA.
Yeah. The
You see,
DA and the
so
Yeah.
DEA
so
dropped the
these
chain.
yeah, these Edomites, man, this is just a continuation of what's been happening the whole time we've been here, man.
That's right.
They may not be in the forefront, so to speak, as far as certain things that happen, they get pushed in the media. One, because the media suppresses it, and then two,
Mm-hmm.
because they working in the legislation and these government office, and they have these positions in which they cover up and they look out for each other. Meanwhile, if it's a Jake or one of the enemies, they dropping the hammer, man.
That's right,
Yeah,
bro.
and this has
Mm-hmm.
been going on for decades, man, if not centuries, where you'll see a black that's wrongfully convicted, or he might get killed.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, like the trial of Emmett Till, you know, which he was murdered in cold blood. You could actually see images spiraling in the internet of how bruised and battered he was. His face was
Mm-hmm.
was mush, man. It was
Mm-hmm.
like
Hmm.
mashed potatoes,
Hmm.
and that whole thing was a fabricated lie to get that young man killed. So how many more cases has popped up where you have white women that lie and speak about that they got raped by a black man, and hell, it
Mm-hmm.
was this one case. I think a woman had lied, and basically they had mobs of Edomites in the jail because they locked the Jakes up. They had mobs of Edomites that actually stormed the jail, pulled them Jakes out of the prison, and they I think if I'm not mistaken, they killed them. Then you could watch, you could see certain books how they would do Jake, man. They would have barn fires. They would light a Jake up. They would cut his testicles off, and some of them would actually harvest it, put it in their pocket. They would have mail of that brutal event, and they would actually even show it on postcards. So there ain't no, there's no mercy with this devil, man. He hates our freaking guts.
That's right.
And not
Yeah.
just you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans.
That's right.
Yep.
I got a precept left there, brother. One of y'all brothers got something.
I
It was
got some.
still. Oh,
Oh,
I still had a
you
little
go
bit
ahead,
more
bro.
on this, Hosea. This is verse 3. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 3. It says, "Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven.
Mm.
Yeah, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away." So even because in the group chat earlier, we the brothers was speaking on that video of the I guess it was a Moabite who was stomping on a cat, which I didn't y'all watched like 2 seconds of it and cut it off, but
Yeah.
even the beasts of the field,
Yeah, that was fucked up.
yeah, kind. It's messed up, man. Because the rulers are in authority, man. Stuff not gonna happen like that when we in the kingdom, man. That's why we want to make it out of this place.
That's right.
But y'all brothers got it. You die.
Yeah, I got some. Because the Deacon Barzal was speaking about how, Edom East, with them having that blessing, they've been able to really push the course of military technology, and that's also a sign. Just like we as a people, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners, just like we're turning to our power and we're getting reconnected with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. That's a sign of what of our blessing that's given passed down through the lineage. But them increasing in their military might and their weaponry is also a sign that really it's a sign that condemns Edom Esau. So this is Revelation 16. I'm starting verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole earth to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. And in that word miracle, in that verse, that's I'm just gonna try my best to pronounce it. G4592, Samayon, and that says a sign, mark, or token. You see, so just like the deacon was going into, a part of their miracles and a part of the sign and token that we're able to connect these Edomites to the so-called white man is them being able to take complete control, so to speak, of the earth through the miracles, which is the sword, man. And then just like brothers are speaking about, time and time again for hundreds of years at this point, hundreds of years, the so-called white man of the nation of Edom, they've shown themselves to be pure, wicked, and evil, and especially when it comes to our people, man. You see, but it's just like it's written in Genesis the 49th chapter with the Judah being roused up, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
and
sure.
getting into a more energetic and up-tempo spirit about
I got
what's
that.
going on around here. You know what I'm saying? These are part of the signs that are connected to these miracles that really enabled the basis of men to conquer the entire earth, man. Esau, it was the basis of man. And it shows because in his kingdom, you got
That's
certain
right.
things that that happen. It's like, yo, there's no way in the world that a ruler in his right mind, a just ruler would allow it. It's got two more verses. I'm gonna finish it out.
Mm-hmm.
Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And that's why Yahweh Shah is gonna come as a thief, man. Okay, because just when Edom Esau, the elites of Edom Esau, the so-called white race, just when they think that they're about to seal the deal, man, put the nail in the new world order
Yeah.
agenda, the world domination. Yahweh's gonna send Yahweh Shah to come and save his elect, man. Okay.
Yeah. That's when
And
he's about to fill his belly.
and then it's to finish it out, Revelation 16 and 16. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. You see, and just like I can't remember who brought it up. I think it might have been you with that precept of because he loved blood and pretty much blood touches blood. And
Mm-hmm.
because
Yep.
Edom Esau is such a just vile, destructive creature, okay, creation, because he wants to live that life, Most High is going to allow him to fully live that life, man. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
this is just a portion of the tab This it's blood on these men's hand, man. They literally, Jacob out here getting slain left and right. You see, and just like the miracles and signs that show that we can say that this is the man because he has what, the blessing of the sword. This is going to be culminate ultimately in him being stripped out of his rulership, man. Because this can't keep going on, man. Okay, if Edom Esau was able to fully enact his new world order agenda, he would destroy everybody.
Mm-hmm. I got a precept. Um, just to land back what the officer was saying, Esau wants to, be with the bloodshed and murder, and he says this is a God-fearing land. This is Numbers 35 and 33, and you shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that sheddeth. So there's a punishment coming for Esau, Edom. He can like brother's been mentioning, a lot of these things have been happening before the internet. you know just so happened, what me and the brother was talking about before we did this lesson, this shooting happened on February 23rd, and you had the Tyson Fury fight with your old boy that got lumped upside the head, Deontay Wilder or whatever. So that was a distraction within itself. But at the end of the day, Esau is going to be charged because he says that he's a God-fearing man. He says he believes on the Bible, but he's the one that's defiling the land. He's defiling the land with the bloodshed of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in Babylon the Great. And I got one more. This is Numbers 34, excuse me, Numbers 35 and 16. This is talking about the cities of refuge, but thus again, Esau says he believes in the Bible. He puts his hand on the Bible, says it's a God-fearing country, so he's going to be judged by these law, statutes, commandments. It says, and if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. And Esau, as a whole people, have been natural born killers. Like that movie they had with Woody Harrelson, natural born killers. They went around killing everybody. That's the MO of Esau, man. So he has to be fully eradicated for wickedness to be put out of the earth. And this is the message that we tell our people. We tell them that these things are in the scriptures, and that's what we're warning our people. We're telling our people to repent, because if not, you're gonna end up another one of these so-called victims.
Mhm. Hey,
Can I
I
get
was
some
right.
Shalimar,
I got a precept.
Shalimar, y'all got precept.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, "Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee." And the prisoners of hope, that's talking about us, Lord willing, we're men of the Lord. We're the prisoners of hope, because right now we're prisoners because we're in the land of our captivity right now, and we don't got power to execute judgment whenever one of our people are put to death by our enemies. We don't have power to execute righteous judgment right now. So that's why we're prisoners of hope, and also because we hope for the kingdom. And it says, I will render double unto thee. So these Edomites, they're gonna get paid back double for everything they did, man.
Mm-hmm.
Going back all the way back to Cain and Abel, all the way back then, all the wickedness that this devil has done, they're gonna be paid back double. All right, and verse 13, it says, "When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man." So the Lord's about to turn up that war spirit in Israel, man. Like going back to Genesis 49, the Lord's gonna rouse Jacob, man, and not just Judah. It's gonna be all 12 tribes, because it says he says he's gonna bend Judah and fill the bow with Ephraim. So that's all
Mm-hmm.
12 tribes, man. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All 12 tribes are gonna rise up against you, damn devils, man. You Edomites.
That's
That
right.
that
That's right.
that's
Time.
I got some.
all I had.
You got it. You got.
I got some. All right, this is because the brother's speaking about the northern kingdom as well, because that's one thing too. Our message isn't just for the so-called black man, or the so-called African American. We're teaching we're teaching and we're calling out to every one of our nation, man. Because even Esau, with his when he brings that sword and he fully trying to enact his new world order agenda, he ain't gonna discriminate, man. It's either you with his plan or you not. Okay, but the thing that separates us is we have a power source to go to stronger than any opposition that we can face on this side, man. Okay, Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. See, so even with that, don't be surprised when Edom Esau start rolling on northern kingdom tribes too, man. All right, you so-called Latin tribes, you so-called native and seminole Indians. It's only a matter of time for Esau crank that whip and apply the pressure to y'all as well, man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And that, like I said, and like just to land back off what the brother Kabari Paul said, that applies to all tribes, man. Okay,
Con.
it's just because the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, because they typically have a darker complexion. Typically, okay, it's easier for them to spot us out and to point the finger at us. But you best believe that Esau gonna come and apply the pressure to everybody, man. Just like we said. Okay. Um, Jeremiah 50 and 34. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall truly plead their cause that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. But and like I said, and that's why we out here, and that's why we continue to bring the truth of the scriptures, man. Okay, and bring the gospel live and direct to all the tribes, man. Because our Redeemer Yahweh Shemi Shai is he's the strongest power of them all, man. Okay, and not only is he bound by his words, so everything that's written in the scriptures, not only will it come to pass, but he also has the complete power and authority to save you in any predicament, man. So even in a predicament like this, if Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah and the Holy Spirit was really with that man and these people who get slain in these streets, he would either make it to where they're not placed in those situations, okay? Because even one of the excuses that the two Edomites used in shooting Jake was that they were reports of robberies in the neighborhood or something like that, and he fit the description. And
Yeah.
one of them, the older guy, was a former cop, and he had his trigger happy son with him. But they go to show you that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai just gave that spirit over to be slain, man.
Mm-hmm. For example.
Everybody's got it.
Okay, can I get something real quick?
Con.
All right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, "Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked do compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth." And the only reason it's like that, because like we were saying, this devil is in full control of everything. He write the laws, and the laws are pretty much written to protect his own self. They laws are not really made for us. They supposed to have a so-called liberty. Everybody's supposed to have liberty, but hey, they got it where these Edomites can murder our ass and basically get away with it.
Mhm.
And when we was talking about what's that chick now that got locked up last year?
Geiger.
Yeah, Amber Geiger. Yeah, it
Yeah,
kind of
Amber Guy.
if you notice, everything kind of slowed down with Jake getting murdered after that. 'Cause they were like, damn, they locking us up now. But now it's over a year later. This shit done started back up again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to get.
I got
Con.
some right quick. This is
Yeah, brother. I had
this is back
I
off
had a
what
quick one.
bro. Oh, go ahead, go
Y'all
ahead.
brothers can hear me?
Con.
Con,
Come.
All right, con. This
Oh, you must
Sirach.
can't hear it.
Con, I carry you.
Salaki, you must can't hear it or not.
No, I can't hear it now.
Okay. Yeah, he
Con.
was saying he had one, but
Oh, is that okay?
go
Nah,
ahead,
bro,
bro.
bro can go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. But I figured you couldn't hear him. But go ahead, bro.
I ain't hear him, Salaki.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Go ahead, Karatza.
All right, come. This is Rock or Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, and I'll start at verse. I'll read verse 10. And I'll skip down a couple of verses. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." We bring this precept out a lot. Because our people is trusting in the enemy. But slowly
Mm-hmm.
but surely, Esau's covering, is being revealed, and our people really starting to see, them for who they really are, man. This evil, wicked, being, who shows no mercy to the Israelites or towards their own people. But mainly towards the so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and like how the brother Anah, started to stream out, in Genesis, man. Since the beginning, they showed no mercy to our people, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it says, verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So don't be fooled, by the outward countenance of an Edomite or your enemy, man. They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna act as if though they love you, and you can do no wrong. But soon as your back turn, they looking to kill you, man. Straight up
Mm-hmm.
and down, man.
Hey,
They don't like us, man.
can I add on your point, officer? I don't know if you can hear
Yeah,
me.
go ahead.
Because you made a very beautiful point about really having your eyes on these devils, man. Because
Mm-hmm.
especially too, as you come into the knowledge and you grow in knowledge, understanding, and your wisdom, meaning you're able to actually impart the scriptures in your daily walk, and you walk in a different fashion, in a different manner in the world at that point. So with that, you have to actually retrain your eyes to pick up on things too, because if you're
God.
not if you're not moving like a nigga, then may not necessarily treat you like a nigga, but
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
his mind, you a nigga, and the
Yep.
first opportunity he has to stab you in the back, he gonna stab the knife in and twist it as many times as possible, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey,
Con,
if I
I got a
And
precept
That's
to what you
all.
just
That's all I
said.
want to say, bro.
okay, go ahead, Anna.
now I'm saying that's right.
Oh, Con.
What the officer Yadar was saying because, the scriptures say agree with that adversary, man. This guy, Sean Reed, would have known the scriptures. He would have known to stop and stop being on a high speed chase and just said, "F it, man." Our people have this mentality where they think they're above the law, man, and that's what happened, to do. So it's gonna be an open and shut case. They're gonna be like, this guy was running away from the law. You know, it doesn't matter if he was in the military or not. They just look at you like you just a nigga running from us, and we're gonna get you, man. So, our people don't take heed to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. It's detrimental, man. And that guy's a prime example of not agreeing, with your adversary, man. Just get out the car running. I mean, F you. Of course they're gonna shoot you, man. But
Yeah.
our people, they got this mentality that they can't be touched until they get got. And then here go our people trying to run to the enemy. The scripture was brought out, never trust thy enemy. Our people are all still caught up in the stimulus checks that Trump gave them. So they spending money. They're not paying attention to social issues until it's like actually on social media, man. But you had a prophets to tell you these things, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and tell you what's going to happen to this devil and the consequences for basically, having that hatred towards the children of Israel, man.
Hey, and I can say, if I can say too, real quick, and then knowing your enemy, and if these jakes had the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, the guy that got shot down here in Georgia, he would have had common sense not to be jogging in those fucking Edomites neighborhood anyway. You
Yep.
know, he would have took his ass elsewhere if he wanted to get him some exercise to a public park or something. That's that's
Mm-hmm.
um that's wisdom, man. But Jake still don't believe or can't see that Esau Edom is the enemy, and they think that they have a right to be jogging in his neighborhood. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, don't even give Esau the upper hand, because the scriptures tell you that our adversary, the devil, goes around seeking whom he may devour. You know, so don't
That's
even
right.
give this guy Esau a chance, man. You know, uh, uh,
Mm-hmm.
move around this guy, man. You know,
Yep.
Hey, if I can just add
any
something
brother
real
have.
quick, uh, based off what you were
Let's
saying,
hold on, Salaki, bro. Let's get a precept. We ain't had a precept in a minute.
I still
Kabar,
had
you
some more in that Ciroc.
oh you had that? Okay, go
Yeah, I
ahead,
still
bro.
had a little more in Ciroc.
Go ahead.
Uh, just jumping down to verse 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be
Mm,
satisfied with blood." So
that's
just
right.
like the brothers were saying, man, don't be fooled, by the enemy, man. Don't be fooled, by the his remarks towards you. Or hey man, I like this guy. I think this is a pretty cool guy. Hey man, as soon as you let your guard down, man, he's looking to overthrow you, man. And that's throughout history, that's how we've been
Mm,
overtaken, man. By trusting in the enemy, man. Now the Lord have opened up the men of the Lord eyes to see who these people for who they really are, man. And we don't trust you, man. Esau watches our videos and our live streams, and he know that we got all their their how they go about things by being deceitful, and hateful, behind closed doors. Hey, we know about all of it, man. So you can't fool a man of the Lord, man. You know, it says, I'll finish it off, verse 17. It says, "If adversary come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first." That's being wise, man. You finding your adversary first, knowing who your adversary is, man. That's a part of being wise, like the officer Rock was saying, man. First recognizing is the first step, man. You know, it says,
mm,
"And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance," man. So the point of that is to observe and take heed of who your enemy is, man. The so-called white man is your enemy, man. Point blank. Period. Y'all brothers got it.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon.
I
yeah,
got a precept.
I'm gonna get a quick precept, and then I just want to talk about one something real quick. But
Go ahead.
the book of Psalms, chapter 64, and I'm just gonna get verse 5. It says, "They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily, and say, Who shall see them?" So like y'all was saying, man, these devils, they try and set us up. And we basically we gotta be ahead of them. We gotta already know that, hey, this is a setup. Gotta already know, hey, we ain't gonna be in this neighborhood. You know, and then Jake, I mean, it's folks may get pissed off about me saying this, but dude pretty much deserved that shit, man. You first of all, you in a high speed chase, then you get out and try and run. They gonna shoot your ass, man. This shit been going on for years.
Yeah,
Right.
agree with our adversary.
Con. Hey
Right.
man, I mean, I was working one night and it was dark. They had a flashlight at this house, and the people basically told me, look, we're gonna leave the stuff outside for you to pick up. So the neighbor came across the street. He had a gun on him. And he's like, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm working." He's like, "Let me see your badge and your ID." I showed it to him. I ain't say, "Man, I ain't showing you shit." It ain't none of your
Mm-hmm.
business. Or who are you? I just showed it to him because I knew this brother had a gun. We gotta think. We gotta think smart, man. 2/3 of our people ain't gonna do that. They don't have the knowledge and the mind frame to know that Esau is after their ass.
All right, kind.
But yeah, that's pretty
Now
much it.
let's see if we your audio back or not.
Yeah,
Or
calm
not? Can you
audio's
hear me?
back up.
Oh, okay, come, come,
Yeah,
come.
yeah. Anybody got a
Anybody got a
precept?
precept?
I got one.
I got some.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 10:1.
That's spirit.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and their right grievousness which they have prescribed. See, and that prescribe or that prescription goes into their laws and, legislation, man. The average everyday Edomite is confident in how he moves because he has a confidence that his cronies or those that are like him are going to back him up, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we have to move, like brother's speaking about, move with a certain level of just like of awareness, diligence, and not just setting ourselves up for the okie doke, man. Um, Continuing on, Isaiah 10:2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. And really, ultimately, the main father who our people are lacking is a spiritual father, man, Yahweh,
That's right.
and just like Bud speaking about these, a lot of these people could use a lot more wisdom in these interactions, even like Sandra Bland, you know what I'm saying? There were reports that she was being unruly,
Mm-hmm.
in which at the end of the day, none of us want to see our people, getting slain by the sword. But at the end of the day, this is all a part of prophecy, man. And this is why we push so hard for the kingdom, because in the kingdom, instead of things being upside down, they're gonna be right side up with the 12 tribes being on top. We and under the helm of Yahweh Shah, King David, and the governing body there. And then also with these heathens, primarily Esau, Edom, being on the bottom, man, and licking the dust off our feet, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And just finishing off, this is Isaiah 10:3. Yeah, Khan. Slacky. Yeah, 10:3. And what will ye do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? See, and once again, going to that visitation, man, meaning that Yahweh Shah is on the way, man. Okay, and these prophecy and these murders and killings, this is only fulfilling Second Thessalonians second chapter, man, in which these
Yep.
instances are fully revealing to our people if they can't get it by now. But a part of it too is through their indoctrination, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They indoctrinate you the second you're born.
Yep.
And then you go into these vaccines, and what's going to end in the microchip, the vaccines, coronavirus. Then you had the vaccines that we were shot up with because our parents didn't know no better. The social security cards and the pre-K school system.
Yep.
It's hard for our people to break free of the matrix, so to speak,
That's a good
because
point.
we as a people have been completely given to the hand of our oppressor, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So with these things elevating and these things happening more and more and these things happening more often, we got to even be prepared to teach our people on what to do in those days. We ain't
Yep.
teaching our people to go out here and ride in the streets and and loot and smash shit, man. We
Mm-hmm.
waiting for our Lord Yahweh Shah to raise to the prey, man, so he can get
That's
his
right.
vengeance, get his glory, man.
That's
But with
right.
all that being said, these Edomites, because it's like I said, going again into that visitation, these Edomites are gonna have to answer for all these things they're doing, man. Okay, and
Yep.
it's gonna begin with the elites of Esau, Edom, in which if y'all escape the destruction and getting put to death on this side, you're gonna be the first crop of slaves. But for all the rest of you Edomites, man, ain't no place of repentance for you, man. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh gonna either put you to death, or you gonna somehow avoid getting put to death somehow, some way, whether you go into one of them dumps or an underground bunker or underwater bunker, you might flee the country. But best believe that when your house shot returns and things are put in a right place, man, you have to answer for all the lies, treachery, and deceit that you've done to our people and around the world, man.
Yep.
Your
That's
brother
right.
got it.
Can I get something real quick? Can y'all hear me?
Go
Brothers
ahead, bro.
got it.
Go
All right,
ahead. Go ahead, Shalom.
this is Revelation 18:5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh had remembered her iniquity." Verse 6, it says, "Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her work, and the cup which she had filled to her double." So, man, hey, like the brother was saying, Esau, Edom got to pay for all this shit that they did. But not only do they are they do they have to pay for it, they got to pay back double, man. That's double hell. What you done did to the whole earth. All these other nations. You got to pay back double that. That's a hard ass payback, man. I can't even really picture that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but it's gonna get done, man. The kingdom of Lord's will get to see that.
Yeah, we gonna be able to picture it vivid 6K in the kingdom, man. Because we gonna be living it.
Mhm. Con. Hey, hey, that's the
Yeah,
spirit
I got one right
of
quick.
this Salaki. I would say it's the spirit too that the brother just dropped there, Ezekiel 35:5. Because that's what I was holding on deck. We started out
Mm-hmm.
with the story of Jacob and Esau. Now that hatred that Esau had for Jacob is continuing on even to today. That's what that word perpetual means.
Hmm.
Everlasting. You know, this guy still hates Jacob's guts, man, even to this day, and that's why you see him act out on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American nations the way he do. Okay, this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end." Now, our blood is being shed not only through social media and what we see, but there are some things that we don't see. We probably don't even see an inkling of the
Mm-hmm.
bloodshed that Esau is doing to our people behind closed doors. All right.
Nah.
Now I don't know how the video was leaked of the guy here in Georgia, but had that video never came out, you know, we would never know about what's the guy name, Ahmad or whatnot. He would have just been another
Mark,
dead Jake. Yeah, he
yeah.
would have just been another dead Jake. That that nobody was accounted for. Nobody was
Mm-hmm.
held accountable, Salakia, for killing. All right, which
Mm-hmm.
happens on a large scale. Verse 6, it says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sittest thou has not hatred, Salakis, sittest thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee." Hey, and that's what we see in the day. And all this is gonna lead up to Jake in an uproar, man. All of the social media posts got everybody in a frenzy. Now we know how
Mm-hmm.
people do. They'll get
Yeah.
in an uproar for a minute, and then shit'll die down. They'll go back to loving Daddy Esau like ain't nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
But we know through prophecy, like the scriptures tell you, the title of this lesson: "Nations shall rise against nations," man. And this being put on a platform as IG and YouTube and so on and so forth is gonna rouse Jake up, man. And you know, Jake ain't gonna take but so much. You seen it back
Mm-hmm.
in the '90s when they beat the shit out of Rodney King. You know, Jake was going around busting random Edomites upside the head and looting and shit, man. You know,
Yep.
Hmm.
I got a precept right quick.
go ahead, Al.
All right, this is Amos 1:11. Thus
Anybody
saith the
got some?
Lord for three. Yeah, I got some. It's Amos 1:11. Thus said the Lord, for three transgressions of Edom, and for four, I will not turn away the punishments thereof. because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all
Somebody got
pity.
some?
Yeah, Con. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can hear you.
All right.
yeah, you died. You must can't hear Anai.
Nah, I can't hear him.
Oh
Slacky.
yeah, he got some. Go ahead, Doc.
Uh, I start from the top. This is Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. So Esau has perpetual hatred for the children of Israel, man. You know, he was our brother, but he broke in a covenant when he decided to slay his brother, man. And it says he did cast off pity, man. Like with this case, it's most likely going to be a open and shut case because there was an article in the group text about a district attorney from another county in Georgia saying he can't find a reason how to charge these 2 Edomites, but with killing this Jake. And that's the same thing. They're not going to have any pity, all right? And our people aren't going to have any pity, like it says in Zechariah 11, all right? They're gonna have some people that's gonna offer some sort of hope, like Jesse, what's his name, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, those type leaders. You might even have some Israelite leaders that might try to go down there and rally and try to get mixed up with this, man. But at the end of the day, all that signing petitions and rallying and no justice, no peace. All right, the Most High got a trial for Esau. Esau's on trial right now, and he's got a court date for him. And then he's going to read him his sentence, which is hardcore slavery. And after that, being eradicated, according to Obadiah, man. So our people, we just got to hold on. And then, going into the lesson, which plenty of other brothers been doing about this lesson, don't trust Esau, man. Don't trust Esau for any given second, man. This is what happens when you think that you're free and you got rights and you're in a full-blooded American. No, you're not. You came over here in cargo slave ships, and if you were over here when this damn devil came over here, you got beat upside the head with Christianity and got sent to a reservation, man, or you got sent south of the border, man. So there's never been any justice on peace on this side for our people. We just got to wait on the Lord, and that's a hard concept for our people to understand because they the officer Yadai was saying, they're so caught up in the system and they want to take out vengeance in their own hands, but vengeance is of the Lord, like it mentions in Romans the 12th chapter, man. And we have a power source. Jesus Christ isn't doing anything for our people, man. And Allah, it's Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai is going to bring the true judgment, man. And we'll see it with our own eyes, sooner or later.
God. His brother got a precept.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, Kabar.
This is Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. It says, well, I'll start at verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
It says, thus saith the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. And that's talking about you Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And it's clear because we're still being our people are still being put to death by our enemies, man. And it says, verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Right, because these devils that they just if they do get punished for it, it's only like a slap on the wrist. Like they don't get no hard time. Like brothers were mentioning, Amber Geiger, she got off. She didn't get no hard time for killing that Jake, man. And she murdered him in cold blood. It says and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Right. So these heathens, beginning with what you Edomites, you slay our people, and you're pretty much proud about it. You don't feel no remorse. And it says their own shepherds pity them not, like brothers mentioned. Jesse Jackson. Like guys like that, they're supposed to be the leaders, but they don't pity Jake. They don't really give a shit. They're just in it for the money,
Yeah, you like you had this guy. Oh, sorry,
Hey, it's
somebody
like
got.
I think we mentioned it a couple times, but the Edomite chick Amber Geiger, they did find her guilty, but she only got 10 years though.
Probably kind.
The chick that shot that Jake in Dallas
Yeah,
or in Texas.
yeah. She
Hmm.
walked in his apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they found her guilty, but she only got 10 years though.
Kind.
yeah. Hey,
Just
like the
wanted to
brother
throw that
You
said,
out
said
that's a
she only
damn
got what?
slap on the wrist
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
compared to what her ass was supposed to get. Yeah, that's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Right,
Jake getting
right.
10 years off a drug charge.
Right.
Right.
Jake getting 10 years for jaywalking.
Yeah.
Hey man, and if y'all know
Mm.
about
Hey,
the
I had
laws
a
in
quick
Texas,
precept. So like,
now I was just gonna say, if you know about the laws in Texas, if you murder somebody, they pretty much put you to death. And
Hmm.
that's yeah, like you said, that's like a slap on the wrist because she's supposed to got the death penalty.
uh, I had a quick precept.
Go ahead, Karasa.
This is Sirach 27 and verse 26. It says, "Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. Mockery and
Mm.
reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. They that rejoice at the fall of the righteous shall be taken in the snare, and anguish shall consume them before they die. Malice and wrath, even these are abominations, and the sinful man shall have them both." So hey, everything that our enemies, or whoever is coming up against, the righteous man of the Lord. Hey, everything that you think that you're doing, hey, the scripture said, whoever so diggeth the pit shall fall in it, man. So you think,
Mm-hmm.
that you one up on us, man. But everything you're doing, little do you know the Lord is doing this a counter punch on the right hand side, man. You know, so it's nothing that you can do for from to turn away from what the scriptures say, man. You know, your blood, the blood, all the blood that you shed throughout, these generations is always gonna come back on you, man. Like the officer or the brother you died was saying, man. You know, all these things is gonna happen, all because you're sinful and you're wicked, man. So don't think for one second that judgment isn't coming for you, man. You know, y'all brothers got it.
All right. Any brother with a precept?
Yeah, I got a precept.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is Leviticus 26, and let me see. I'm gonna start at verse 15 and go down to 17. And if you shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that you break my covenant. Verse 16, I also will do this unto you. I will appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of the heart. And you shall sow seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. And the point is in verse 17, and I will set my face against you, and you shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and you shall flee when none pursue. So, I mean, uh, even the so-called New Testament, once again, is another scripture saying that our enemy will pursue us, not our friend, our enemy. It doesn't matter how many times you try to politically link up with him and, vote and we shall overcome and sing old Negro spirituals, man. That's your enemy, man. It says he will set his face against you, because at the top of the chapter, the Lord is setting guidelines for the children of Israel. Don't have any other gods before me. Observe my Sabbaths. The same thing that he's telling the people now, man. Hey, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. Stop committing adultery. Follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, and have faith in my son Yahushua. Same thing is being repeated, but what do our people do? The law is done away with. Okay, the Lord comes in the volume of the book. All right, and the Lord is judging our people, like it says in Zephaniah the 3rd chapter, So we're going through all this all because we've disobeyed the Heavenly Father, man, and this is a consequence of being in the land that we know that we don't know. You know, serving wood and stone. Our enemies are above us, and on top of that, we're getting shot down by the police, man. This is what we telling our people. Even in the video that brother shared in the group text yesterday, you had some guy that kept saying Deuteronomy 28 and 68, I believe. So the word is out there, man. You know, it is like the officer Yadai was saying, there's no cloak for their sins, man. He was saying it about something else yesterday, but the same thing applies. There's no cloak for your sins, like it says in John 15. Our people, the word is getting out. All right. The word is getting out, and it's imperative for our people to take hold on to it, or you'll see the result right here. These cops will shoot you down, and then they get off, they get a paid vacation, man. So, you know, our people gotta, the ones who are meant to wake up, you know, they gotta wake up from the sleep that they in.
Any brother? Precept. I got one if brothers ain't got none.
God.
This is
Go ahead.
Sirach, Sirach chapter 13 and verse, I start at verse 15. Verse 16, it says, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and it, so like, hold on, I think, Sirach 13 and 16, it says, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his light. Now, the reason I brought that precept is because if Jake really understood the spirit of the Lord, and he knew that we were meant to be separate and wholly above these other nations, he would consort with his kind, man, and stay out of, and stay out of Esau's way. Just like when
Mm-hmm.
all hell breaks loose and these race wars started, you gonna go and cleave unto those that look like you, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look like a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, which we know that's not the case for 100%, just because you look like a so-called Israelite, but people depend on the outward appearance, man, more so than they do the spirit. So just because a person look like you, you're more likely to cleave unto them, and that's what we're going to see, in these days to come, especially during Jacob's trouble. Jake love Esau right now, but when it's time to goddamn get it popping,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna run back to those that look like himself and get down on Esau, man. But as of right now, he think he's one with him. He think he's equal. Um, he think all those damn marches of his ancestor walking the soles off their shoes and shit did him some justice, so he can rub elbows or rub shoulders with this devil, you know. And Esau steady showing them, hey man, we're not equal. I'm above you in this kingdom. That's why I can kill you and get 10 years or less, if that, and go sleep good at night, man. Because this devil does not has a perpetual hatred, man. As we continue to keep trying to beat it in the Jake head, man. No matter how many Negroes you see being shot down, and how many T-shirts are made, and how many posts are put up on social media, the people see with our people, they don't want to go to the source of the problem. Esau Edom is the root of the problem. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they try to beat around the bush and make excuses for this devil. No, man, this devil is just the devil, and he needs to be taken out of rulership, man, so the people can begin to rejoice, as it says in Proverbs the 29th chapter.
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
verse 17. It says, what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly? What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? And all of those are questions, man. They have nothing to do with each other, man. Just like oil and water, they don't mix. Our spirits, as us being Israelites, does not mix with Esau Edom, and he know it. That's why he wants. That's why he continues to every opportunity he gets. to show you who's boss, man, and to show you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you ain't shit. That he can tie you to the back of his truck and drag you for miles, you know, and get away with it.
That's right.
That's
Yeah, I'm
right.
saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody's
I
got
got
like
a
any
piece.
closing?
Huh.
This is Psalms chapter 37 and verse 12. It says, "The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth." And that's what this devil does, man. This devil behind closed doors, they be plotting against Jake, especially the top Edomites, the international bankers. Those devils are constantly plotting against us, man. But
Mm-hmm.
even these lower level devils be plotting against us. Like that devil, the devils that killed the man that shot the Jake who's jogging. They plotted against him, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it says verse 13. It says the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth his day coming. Right, because this devil pretty soon. Well, right now his kingdom is already crumbling, man. So pretty soon this devil is going down, and it's not going to be in like 10 years, man. This devil don't got that long. It's coming. It's coming real soon. Um, verse 14 it says the wicked have drawn out his sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and slay such as be of upright conversation. And that's talking about Jake, man. They slay such that be of upright conversation, which are the Israelites, man. Verse 15 it says their swords shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. So the Lord is gonna pretty much turn whatever this devil tries to throw against us back at them, man. Like their nuclear missiles that they created that, but that's gonna be their downfall. You know that's all I have.
Now you got it.
All right. Yeah. So anybody's got any closing precepts?
Nah.
Wow.
All right. I'm just gonna end off with this quick scripture. Bible for Shah. Um, this is Hosea chapter 6 verse 1. It says, "Come and let us return unto the Lord, for He hath torn and He will heal us. He hath smitten and He will bind us up." So at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Shai put us in this position, to show us the right way, man. It says He has smitten us. He's smiting our people right now, but if we return back to Him, He's gonna heal us, and there's no other option. Our people don't have our people's the problem. Our people is not socioeconomically, is not politically, is a spirit of repentance, man. They have a problem, coming back to their power, man. And until then, the Lord's going to just keep sending things like this to spark up race riots and eventually spark up Jacob's trouble, man. But our people, while you still can, while our brothers are still out there, take heed to this word. A petition is not 140,000 petitions are not going to do it. Marching on the street. I even saw a post that, Jake was going to run 2.23 miles a day, jogging to commemorate the guy who was shot in Brunswick. That's not going to do anything, man. At the end of the day, this devil was put over us for a reason. And it's just like if you're on punishment, man, you recognize what you did and you're off punishment. Same thing happens with our people. So, we have to come back to the Lord and He's going to heal us, man. So I didn't have anything else to say. If y'all got any closing remarks, we can go ahead and close it out.
Nah.
Nah.
All right. So, so with that, Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters out there are edified. And once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem,
Yahweh,
Yahweh Shai,
Ba'Shem, Yahweh
Shem,
Shah,
Yahweh Shai,
Ba'Shem,
Shem, the
Rakatash.
Prophet. We want to say double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, teach well, the true leaders of Israel. And peace, love, and salutation to all you brothers that's pushing this truth and sound doctrine and truth and sincerity. Shalom.
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 Shalom.